Nay, we're live. Good morning, everybody.
Morning. Hey, I'm Edie.
I'm Judy,
And
and
together
together
we're
we're
the
the
Rainbow
Rainbow
Grannies.
Grannies.
Yay!
Yay!
All
We were just
right.
talking with some folks on TikTok, and we do live TikTok at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and now we switch over to YouTube at 9 o'clock for coffee with the Rainbow Grannies.
Come
So
on, guys.
Ada just helping them switch over here, and and we'll do some more time on here. We got movies we went to talk about. We've got a book review I can give. A new gay book I found, which I really like. So I'm going to show you that. We're going to see some folks. So Bri, Ohio is the first one who came on here and did a clapping hand. Hey, Bri.
All right, Bri. Thank you very much for popping in there. Hey, Fuzzy Bear, how you doing?
Hi, Fuzzy Bear.
Hey, Jared, man, how you doing? Thank you so much.
Jared on TikTok said he's been working night shift.
Ooh,
yeah.
Is that what they call it, Jared? Yeah, that's what they call it. I'm the night shift, yeah. Night shift, coming all night long.
Hi, Roxy.
Hey,
Hi,
Roxy.
intentionally me. Hi,
Thank
Lloyd.
That's what I'm talking about. So then when you come in here, what you got to do too is minimize the chat, click on the thumbs up so that it can send to the algorithm that Edie and Judy are on here.
In my house.
Hey.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, my house. My house
is a very fine house.
With 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy because of you. Aw, do. Anyway.
Good morning, everybody.
Come on, pal them in here. Pal them in here.
Got a book review. The Bell in the Fog. The Bell in the Fog.
Reverse that neither.
I think it comes out normal on there. I think we're looking at it and it's reversed.
Oh, okay.
So The Bell in the Fog is a queer PI who had been kicked out of the police force, and before that he was in the Navy and closeted. It's the 1950s. So this is one of those kind of books, where he has to investigate gay people who are getting blackmailed. So he's a PI. So he was caught while he was a police officer. He was actually caught in the bathroom of a gay bar. So he got kicked off the force, and word was out everywhere. And the queer community doesn't like him because he was on the police force and wasn't giving all the gay bars a heads up when there was going to be a police raid. So he's kind of stuck in the middle. And then his story is, an ex of his comes to him and says, "I'm being blackmailed," and so he's got to help out his ex. So it's a really, really good book. I mean, I couldn't put it down. And then I got it from the library, and Anita would tell the library sent me a message that, the book was due yesterday back, and I said, I didn't finish it. I got to finish it.
Yes.
So I went to the librarian, and she
got like an extension for like a 2-day extension or something like that.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I could find a novel I really got into. So The Bell in the Fog, folks, if you're looking for some winter reading and you like detective stories, that's a good one.
Yes.
So Disney is here, and Beverly's here, and Survive Anything is here. Good morning, everybody.
Thank you. So since we're here, we might as well go ahead and talk about the fact that we went to see 2 movies this week.
Yes, we did.
And for the people that are from TikTok, they probably already heard a little bit about the movies, but we wanted to do them basically as a review that we replay here on our YouTube so that people would know, if they were thinking about going to see it, what the Rainbow Grannies' opinion was. Right. So first of all, we went to see The Color Purple.
And our opinion is not going to be the same.
No, but one thing we did do is we wore purple to The Color Purple because we had seen all the talk shows where everybody was sporting purple, and that was fun, because I mean, it was just fun. We just,
Oh, yeah, we found purple.
Yeah. So The Color Purple was good. It was good. The music was good.
The actors were really
good. Actors were really good. I did see a clip. I don't know what the young lady's name is. The one that played Sophia.
Oh, Sophia, yeah.
Right. Sophia, the young lady that plays Sophia, I don't know what her name is, but she played on Orange is the New Black.
Oh, okay.
And so I saw a clip when she was on, they were on one of these talk shows, and
Uh-huh.
Oprah, her
Oh
and this guy were
yes.
on a
On
Zoom camera
Zoom.
together.
Right.
And all of a sudden, Oprah pops up on the camera. And when she saw Oprah, she was like, because one thing about The Color Purple was that I thought was like really, really cool is with watching all these TV shows that I
Mm-hmm.
watched too, they all had to try out. There
Yep.
wasn't no you just got in there because you had a nomination for a Tony or something
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Every one of them tried out for their role, and Oprah let them know if they made it or not. So guess what? There was people that didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that tried out
Mm-hmm.
didn't make it. They just don't show
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
if you're sitting there and they say,
No.
it's like, dang, Oprah didn't like what I did. So Oprah came on and told her that she made it. Tears rolled down her face. She was unable to speak. It was a very good movie, and she played an excellent role. She did a
Mm-hmm.
wonderful job.
Yeah.
Even now, the thing though, there was a lot of it. They used different phrases, same
Mm-hmm.
phrases that they used from the original.
Right.
And so many of those are classic phrases that
Right.
we're all
That we all
familiar with,
know.
like when Celie threw the curse on Mister.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've thrown a
Oh
curse or
yeah.
two on one myself. And I'm gonna tell you, you don't want that. You do not want that. Don't let me put no curse on you, because it does not end well.
Well, here's what I gotta say: if you saw the original Color Purple, the movie in the 1980s, I guess when it came out, don't think about that version of the movie. I mean, there were some classic lines, like you said, that picked up
Yes.
from that movie that are in this one, but it's not a remake of the movie.
No.
What I believe this is a movie version of the musical that Oprah Winfrey had produced, on stage. So, got to just get that out of your head so that you can enjoy what this is.
Right.
And
Right. Get yourself some snacks.
because I mean that the movie in the '80s is a classic. You can't touch a
Right.
classic.
Right. Now,
But this one though, I loved it. I loved the performers.
see, but I was kind of like on the edge with the music.
Yeah.
I felt like none of the songs were going to be like award winning. I could be wrong too, because believe
Mhm.
me, once or twice I have been wrong. But I don't think none of the songs were like those big award winning songs that are going to be like nominated for whatever. They were just
Yeah.
nice songs. What did you
Hmm.
think?
I don't know
Maybe we
because
should see it again, and it would,
yeah, we should
if
look
we,
up and see how many Tony Awards it got or was nominated for the play.
yeah, I don't
I don't
know, but
know,
the songs
but
were
it's
okay. But everybody knows that one. Do 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 do. Hey sister.
yeah, that was from the original movie and not
Right.
from the
And
musical. They
that
did
is
repeat
classic.
that. Yeah,
Yes, that's
they. I
classic.
was glad they were able to include that song because
Okay.
I don't know that it could be without it.
Surviving Anything says many of the songs were already
Been
nominated.
nominated.
And it's possible just because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think they were
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my God, over the edge. But the ones before, like
Mm-hmm.
even when they were coming into church, you could feel that emotion that
Yeah.
went with those songs.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting it out of
Uh
this.
huh.
I mean, and I'm just Edie, Rainbow Granny. Don't get me wrong though. I insist on everybody to go
See
see
this
the
movie.
movie. Everybody gotta
Yeah.
see it, just because you gotta see if what I think is what you think or whatever, because I don't want to sway you one way or the other. Just gotta
Yeah, and
see
then
it.
for that matter, with the song, one of the songs did bring me to tears. One of the songs was, yeah, I think about it now, it's so like, but I don't even remember which part of the movie it was, but it was Celie who sang it. It was Celie sang one of the songs she sang. It did bring me to tears because it was such a beautiful, and I say beautiful song. I really don't hear the words to songs. I hear the voice and the music,
Well, one thing
and so
is
I feel the emotion.
when they both kissed,
Yeah,
that was a good one, because in the first one, we all wondered about,
yeah, we all knew that was
we knew there was like
insinuated.
a relationship or romance going on, but we
Right,
weren't really quite. They left it like maybe, maybe not, maybe it's
right.
our imagination, whatever.
Hmm.
But when they laid one on each other,
Yeah, they kissed and you saw them wake up in bed in the morning. So there's like
yes,
no secret here.
yeah, but they didn't wake up like,
Oh, entangled in one
right.
another.
Yeah, it
No.
wasn't all that. It
Mm-mm.
was something that I wouldn't
Mm-mm.
suggest you take children, because you want to enjoy the movie. You
Yeah.
want to go and watch it and learn and listen and stuff. That was nice. So is there
Yeah.
anything else, anybody? Let's see. I bet she was kind about, they're talking about Oprah, like getting rejected from Oprah. I can't even imagine, you know.
Yeah.
But I
I
just
bet
think
she's
she,
kind about it.
well, I bet she didn't even contact him. She had like somebody
Yeah.
else contact him, the assistant of the assistant of the assistant contact
Uh-huh,
and sent them an
uh-huh.
email and let them know.
Oh wow, Survive Anything did see the Broadway production. Cool. And Survived Anything loved the music. So there you go. And and a lot of times when I've seen musicals on film, but I've never seen it on stage, and then I see it on stage for the first time. I mean, it's like The Wiz. I had never seen The Wiz on stage till Edie and I, Edie got us some free tickets a month ago or so.
On that buy
And
nothing, pay nothing.
and I cried then watching. I mean, I never cried watching The Wiz on TV on the movie, but I cried at the theater because the art was just so beautiful. So, you know, most people though don't get to see plays, and most people don't get to see musicals on stage, and I think that's why it's great that they make movies out of it, so we all get to see it in the movie.
So the next one we went to see was Boys in the Boat. Boys
Yeah.
in the Boat. Oh, look, he's on.
On TikTok, you can see our Apollo on
No,
TikTok.
don't. Nope, no, you can't. He's
No.
gone now. So,
Hmm. Now
um,
we're coming over here to YouTube.
yeah, where everybody else should be.
So
So,
boys
Boys
in
in
the
the
boat.
Boat. It was really good too. I had not seen or heard that much about it before it came on. Before Judy mentioned to me about us going
Hmm.
because we went with her niece and her boyfriend, and so we, where my brain went, right?
Hmm.
So anyway,
So we're talking about the movie Boys in the Boat. That's what we're
yeah,
focusing on. They
yeah.
suggested this movie, and we thought, yeah, this would be cool to see. So it took place during the Depression,
Thank you.
and there's some young men going to college who needed to find a job and needed to find regular income, and so there was an opportunity to join the rowing club at the
So
university.
we don't want to do any kind of spoiler alerts or
Sure.
anything like that, but it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
I stayed awake for the whole thing too. Just like so, two movies in 2 different days that I stayed awake for. That actually gives you
And
Color Purple, thumbs up. Edie stayed awake the whole entire time. Boys in the Boat,
thumbs up.
thumbs up. Edie stayed awake the whole time. Only thing was with watching them because Boys in the Boat, I'm sure you'll see it had to do with one of those big long rowing boats where you
Right.
have like 8 people in a boat.
Right.
Watching them row
Hmm.
and my shoulders, I was exhausted just watching them row because it was just like I felt like the whole time it was like, oh my God. Oh.
So this is based on a true story, and it's not a spoiler alert. It's a true story. Though it's about the Olympics that took place in Berlin and getting ready for the Olympics, and so it was just all the people's stories in there. It was a good
Yeah.
movie, and you would think sometimes I think when there's a movie about a sport, and I think how did they make it interesting? And they did. They had it interesting the whole
Well,
time,
one
and
interesting
when they're
thing
racing, you
about
want
that
to root
was,
for them
oh
too.
yeah, one interesting thing about that was though, being that it took place in the 50s, I believe it was,
No,
or 30s,
1930s.
the
Yeah,
30s,
yeah.
the differences and they did real well. I felt like real well on this because I look at all those kind of things. The difference they did in like the relationships that they had as far as like a couple, like
Hmm.
you could tell they wanted to kiss each other so bad in this movie. I mean, you could just see the passion and the fire
Yeah.
involved that they just wanted to lean right in. But they didn't because it was 1930s. And back then, if you kissed somebody out in public, you better be married to them or
Hmm.
or that was your
Or have.
mom, you know? I mean, you didn't just like up and be
Yeah.
kissing on nobody. Next thing you know,
Yeah.
if you'd have kissed somebody the way people kiss people now, they'd have been pregnant by the time they got home. You know? I mean, it wasn't even. I was like, oh Lord. So I
Yeah.
like that how they did that.
Hmm.
So, hey, I want to thank everybody for following us, joining us. There's another thing I want to bring up too. I don't think she's here today yet with us, if she is, but I want to thank Adelaide. Adelaide is this lovely woman that we know from years back, and she's a friend of ours on Facebook and all that. But Adelaide shares a lot of our videos and stuff. And Adelaide put a comment up the other day that I just thought was so nice.
Put this up on Facebook.
Yes, she sent out a thing to a lot of older LGBT people, letting them know that we're out there and that she appreciated what we do for the community. And I just thought that was so nice of her to do. So I
Right.
just
And
want
what
to
she
let her
said is that
know.
she appreciates that we're out there representing the the older
Older.
LGBTQ community, that
Yeah.
we're representation. So wanted to thank Adelaide for doing that. She's been pushing our videos out and really, really
Right.
excited about this stuff that we're doing here. She's
Yes.
often come in here, but I don't see it today in here. But
Right.
Adelaide, if you watch this later, I hope you do. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thanks. Yes. And
Yeah.
she's also got like a little community that they're building
Yeah.
there, which is really nice. A lesbian community.
Yeah. With a swimming pool.
Yes, she's
We
got a
want to go
swimming
in the
pool.
summer.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
swimming.
I
Yeah.
think I gotta lose a little weight though, because
Mhm.
I'm kind of shy, you
Oh,
know,
you
because I look
shy.
funny in my bikini. With that thong.
Yeah.
How's that thong? I can't figure out which way that strip goes. When you
And
wear
if
the
it's at
thong,
maybe if it,
does it go to the front or the back? Oh my God, does that bring back a memory? Do you remember that time that I had that thong? Remember that time I
too
had that
big.
thong and it was way too big? I don't even know where I got a thong that big. I remember we didn't even really
But
know each other
this
that
is a
long.
no, but this is a lesbian community, so you probably don't even have to wear a thong or bikini.
I don't know, but I'm just thinking about, oh my goodness, boy, was that funny. Anyway, thank you everybody for hanging out with us and enjoying our stuff. Let's see, what else do we want to talk about?
I don't know, just kind of thinking about the yesterday. I guess you're thinking, boy, wonder what people wondered when I brought you home and said this is my girlfriend, and I said, well, they all thought you were funny, and they don't even get to see all the things I get to see.
It can be funny,
Hmm.
you know. Um, well, it's New Year's Eve coming real soon.
Yep.
Tomorrow is New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Wow.
And we're going to do what we usually do. We're going to go to your father's house, in
And be
her
with all
father's
of
house.
them.
And because every time I say that, I always think about in my father's house. There are many, many mentions. So we're going to go to her father's house and we're going to, he's got um,
He got, yeah.
noisemakers from like 1930. I mean, I
Oh,
actually,
maybe 1950s.
okay, they're the metal ones. They go,
Yeah, we go out in the porch, make a lot of noise. The neighbors have all got to be used to it by now.
I take a nice nap beforehand. Let's see.
We got a lot of the family come in and we just do a good, nice, fun New
I
Year's
saw
there.
that advertised, Amber,
Yeah,
Back to
Amber's.
the Future on a play, and I
Right.
actually saw a clip of it where they had filmed it, and it looked really good. It really did. The guy that sings in it, the guy that plays, the
That plays
guy,
the kid
the
or the
no, the
scientist.
scientist.
Yeah.
I seen him on something else, and I was amazed how good he was. I was just
Yeah.
amazed.
Yeah. So this is Amber who's saying, I would like to see Back to the Future, the play. Yeah. So, um, yeah, what are the movies? What are the plays? So there were some gay movies we saw, and I can't remember.
Well, we did watch that one. I don't know
On
if we talked.
TV.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about the one with. Remember that movie with where the
We're doing
Teslas, the Teslas. What was the name of the one with the Teslas? I've been watching. Remember, I made you watch that this week. Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts, Leave the World Behind.
Okay,
That's not a gay film, but that is a
no,
good film.
I thought it
That
was
is a
pretty
good film.
good. Julia Roberts, Leave the World Behind. I mean, it makes my whole brain think about like
Hmm.
the fact that everything that we have is connected to these.
Yeah.
Everything we have is connected to our phones. And like I wanted those new glasses that have the little thing here on the side where you can click it and click pictures or shoot
Hmm.
videos when
Hmm. Jimmy
but you can,
Fallon had them, I think. I think he
right,
was showing them off.
right. And I
Yeah.
want a pair of those, but I mean, it's bad enough that the whole world knows what we're looking at as we're looking at it.
I mean, they
But
could. I
if
mean,
we
it all
got,
gets recorded, so
yeah,
any government or anybody who hack can like check it out.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know why they would want to see what I see, but somebody
Well.
out there seeing it, you know? We used to think it was kind of weird how like if you look up, I don't know, pink bedroom slippers, on your phone, the next 10 ads that come up are all on pink bedroom slippers. And everybody
Right,
used to be
right,
really upset
right.
about that, you know, and
Oh,
all.
well, I was upset about it when I was looking for an engagement ring for you.
Right.
So I looked up online for an engagement ring, but then I come home and I open up, Gmail or something, and all these advertisements, and it's like I
She
don't
was
want Edie to
afraid.
look over my shoulder and
She was
see I've
afraid
been
I was
looking for
going
an
to
engagement
see.
ring. It's supposed to be
When
surprise.
she wasn't looking, I was looking. So don't worry. Yeah. So we all had that all together and everything. But that movie with that
Yeah.
Julia Roberts, and I really like that.
So another thing that movie reminded me of, I mean, just think of this in the way they advertise it is that, imagine a world where the internet gets cut off. And so I thought that means no GPS. That means you're driving somewhere and you don't know where to go because nobody knows how to read a map anymore. Don't even have a map in
Don't
the
even
car.
have one.
And so it made me think of I still have some maps. I think maybe I should throw a few in the
And
car.
then also like your credit card, everything
Yes.
you swipe, it all gets recorded somewhere, you know? So they
Mm-hmm.
know that I spent $20 on, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
whatever junk I spent it on.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, everything is all connected together like that. So if it all goes down, you can't even spend a $20 bill. Do you know there's been places where we've gone and they don't take cash.
Yeah.
It's all done by,
Yeah, we were in Canada and nobody would take cash.
yeah,
All by card.
yeah, it's all by
Yeah.
card, you know. It was just so weird to
I mean,
have
that
to.
was in Toronto. We were in Toronto, and everywhere we stopped in Toronto, we're just there for a weekend. Every place we stopped wouldn't take cash. So a lot of people,
Hey, Elmira, I
uh,
just see you popped in too. Good morning. It's good to see you. We're just talking about the fact
yeah,
that we did go to see The Color Purple and
yeah, and Boys in the
Boys in the
Boat.
Boat, and let's
And
see,
and Boys in the Boat movie is not to be confused with the blues song "A Boy in the Boat."
which you know what that means. So
Within it got even a different song and a different boat.
let's see. So for New
We
Year's
go,
Eve, Sandra and her family go outside and they bang pots and pans and they have old metal noise makers. You can hear a pin drop before.
we make noise, and immediately afterwards, I think we're the only ones who celebrate within miles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because I don't hear anybody else either, but maybe we're making so much noise I wouldn't hear
Well,
anybody
here,
else.
let's talk about this too for a fact. Do you remember
Yeah.
the lady that moved into our old house? How
Mm-hmm.
happy she was when
Mm-hmm.
last year on New Year's Eve. I mean, our new house,
This
our
is
old house is only about 2.5 miles from where we are now. And
right.
so she lives in it now, and she was just so thrilled that New Year's Eve came and she didn't have to lay on the floor when gunshots went off
Going
and
on.
everything because people were
Where's
doing that stuff,
yeah,
you know?
where she
So
lived before, and it's like wow.
right. So to live somewhere where you have to worry about that kind of stuff
Mm-hmm.
would be awful, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So Deborah Davis says, "Good morning. I love The Color Purple. It was
Amazing.
amazing. I thought it was very good too. Very good. I was, I like I said, hey, I stayed awake.
Uh-huh.
So that's how we rate one eye shut or both eyes open. We give that a two-eye open.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the last one that we had a two-eye shut?
Two eyes shut. I don't know because if we go to a play, you often fall asleep for the first act. You're awake for the first 5 minutes. You know what it's about,
Yeah.
and then you sleep until the second act starts, and then you wake up for all the action.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Where I lived in Philadelphia,
All
all I
I
heard
heard
was
was
gunshots.
gunshots. Wow,
Yes.
Chrissy.
See, that's
Wow.
what we've heard a lot about that. I mean, I've never, thank God, had to live anywhere where we dealt with any of
Mm-hmm.
that. At the most, maybe some firecrackers will hear pow, 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 but I don't
Yeah.
even think we hear
Yeah.
that.
Well,
You know,
except for 4th of July.
we got some young
Yeah.
people that moved in now down the end of the street,
Mm-hmm.
but don't make Rainbow Granny go down there and straighten them all out, you know?
Nah, invite her to the party.
Well, as long as they ain't got no guns or nothing
Well,
like
yeah,
that
no,
going
I
on,
don't.
you
That
know?
doesn't seem like they
No,
would.
I
Who
don't
am
think
I?
so neither.
They got cute little puppy.
They got a cute puppy and they hung up on a pride flag.
Yeah.
So I think it's
Yeah.
all going to be
I
okay
think
down
so.
there.
I think so.
Yeah, I wonder if they had any snacks for tonight. I should go down there and see what they got. You know, we got anything we can regift? Maybe we'll wrap up something and regift it. I'll take it down there and say, hi, what you's
We're
doing?
welcoming you to the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
we're regifting you and I'd like to have a snack. You know?
we it would be nice. We moved in the house right before the shutdown happened, and so we never got to have a block party. And so we met everybody and we see everybody kind of, but it's like we don't get to see folks and hang out like neighbors do and sit out in the front porch and chat. And so
Hey,
we
Wesley.
gotta we gotta do that. Happy New Year's Eve, ladies. Hey,
Thank
Wesley.
you. Thank you very much.
So what are the other New Year's Eve plans? We said what ours is. We go to Dad's house and have all the family over
Maybe
and
we'll thumb
make a
wrestle.
lot of noise,
You
huh?
ever thumb wrestle?
I
Maybe
don't think you can because you got bum shoulders.
my shoulder's
Yeah.
bad, but my thumb is good, right?
Mm.
I declare war. Ready? I got you. I won. I
I'm
won. I
hiding.
knew I would
I'm
win. I knew
hiding
I would.
because they say run, hide. I'm hiding.
That's just because you've been attending all
I
them
don't have to
classes.
fight. I don't have to fight if I can run.
You've been attending all them classes, the
Because I
ones that
know,
show you where the
I,
exit is.
and I and I know that you'll beat me in the thumb fight. So what's the point?
Yeah, but I got bad shoulders.
It
Remember
doesn't matter. Your thumb's way bigger than mine. You can just you
what
can
big
just
thumbs I
look at
have?
that. Look at that.
Oh, you do have little
So
baby
I just
thumb.
hide.
Let's see.
Some things I don't like to lose when I lose so easily.
So
If we have to
New
fight
Year's
for it and I
Eve is
lose,
my
it's okay.
birthday. We're staying home. Oh, okay, that's right,
Ooh,
Wesley.
right. Birthday, happy birthday to you. So you'll be back tomorrow, right?
Wesley. So what you gonna wear for your birthday? Are you gonna wear your birthday suit?
And
Lots of
shots
shots.
and Fuzzy saying Fuzzy Bear shots in Arizona where I live every New Year. But are it just
Ah.
shots ringing in the New Year, or is it shots
But see,
like?
but what happens is when the people shoot off guns like that, they
Mm-hmm,
just lose their minds and people don't know if it's going to come through their house or their windows and
mm-hmm,
stuff. It's about being safe, you know? I
yeah.
mean, because the last thing, I would think, I mean, I don't know because this is coming from Rainbow Granny, even the
Yeah.
baddest of person, the last thing you want to do is to think that you accidentally killed somebody and that
Mm-hmm,
you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison being somebody's girl.
mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no way. I watch a lot of the news and you see these criminals and they lose their minds and get guns out and shoot somebody. And I know they didn't like, oh my God, I'm going to
I didn't know
prison.
this was going to
I didn't
happen.
think I was going to prison forever for the rest of my
Mm-hmm.
life. You know, I don't know where they lose the reality. Like, I can just, I'll just shoot them. What the heck are you talking about? Do you know that it's
We
not,
got laws
this
against
ain't
this.
summer camp, I mean, and then they get on there and
This
want to
isn't a
cry.
Nerf ball gun.
Right. Then they get on there and want to cry. But my mama.
So what you been saying with us hit or miss the house or people?
Yeah,
Ooh,
see, that's what I'm saying.
yeah. Come
People
on
gotta
over here, celebrate with us instead, Fuzzy
bring
Bad.
snacks. Bring snacks. I'm all about the snacks. Bake some cookies. I think I might make a little bit later on.
You gonna make
I
some
got some
cookies?
cut. I got them
Yeah.
frozen cookies. I bought that great big box of frozen um, chocolate chip cookies
You can
from
slice
from.
and bake, huh?
Well, they're already sliced. They're
Oh,
already in the ball. All you do is just lay them on the cookie sheet and bake them for about 12 minutes.
and they
Pull
come
them
out
babies
perfect.
out and good. What
Yeah.
we got about half hour here. You want me to put them in so that we'll be. By the time we get off here, we'll have hot cookies right out the oven.
You can think about it tomorrow. You can plan
Mm-mm-mm.
it ahead. Be ready. So, okay, we're looking for more comments and
Yeah,
questions. And
we
we're
need
just
some.
talking about everything and
Yeah,
anything here.
we need somebody to help us go towards some conversation here so that we can share something with you. We had some nice conversation going on our TikTok this morning. We had
Mm-hmm.
some people ask a few questions. Um, do you remember, honey?
Oh, they were asking questions like, oh, how do you deal with a breakup? And have you ever been in a relationship with somebody where you were out but they were
Ah,
closeted?
yeah.
Yeah.
Being in
So
a relationship with someone that is closeted has got to be a horrible feeling. That has to make you feel that, you know, you're like the other woman. You have to be hidden too, because
Right.
even
When
though
come
they're
time for the
closeted,
holiday, you don't get to go with them to the holiday with the family.
right, or you can't take them to your family because they're afraid somebody might see them or know them. And so I think it's
Right.
okay to do that for a small amount of time, but you have to get what you want out of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're
Mm-hmm.
not, satisfied with being the other woman or being in a closet, then you got to let
This
that go.
relationship's not going to last. It's not
No,
going to be a happy
it's
one.
not healthy.
Yeah.
It's just not
Yeah.
healthy to be with someone that you can't announce to the world, guess who
Mm-hmm.
I'm with?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the same when people have relationships with married, when they're married and they do that little sneak out and meet someone and they're dating someone, they're
Having an
having an
affair.
affair, right?
Right.
I
And
forgot what they call it. It's an affair. And so when you're doing that, it only satisfies yourself for just a moment.
mm-hmm.
It's just that selfish moment gratification. You don't really get out of it, what you
Yeah.
need
You
in
don't get
order
to
to.
go for the holidays together.
Right. You don't get to go grocery shopping or look
Mm-hmm.
for a new couch together. Or if you do,
Mm-hmm.
you got to drive 3 towns away and
Mm-hmm.
hope that you don't run into anybody. But I'm gonna tell you, if you're doing
Yeah.
one of them sneaky relationships and you're out there, having an affair and you think that nobody knows and you can do this or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I was all the way down in Florida
Yeah.
at Disney.
Yeah.
Now I wasn't having no affair, but I was all the way down in Florida in Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm walking down through Disney. Me and Judy
Mm-hmm.
and my kids and everybody, we're all there. What do? Look up and see my old supervisor from my job. Hey, so I'm gonna tell you, you can't hide from anybody. They're out there.
Yeah. Hey, even way back in the day, 1990s, we did a march on Washington, and so a lot of people would go because they figured they're anonymous there. Nobody back home sees them. But what happens? All the TV crews from back home go there too, looking for people who were there from back home and put them on the TV news and say, "Look who was here at the march on," and it's like,
I
that's
can't go
mean.
nowhere
That's
without
just
knowing
mean.
somebody.
Yeah.
It feels like that. I mean, I've gone a whole bunch of places. Well, now with Rainbow Granny, it's a whole different thing. But way back then, I mean, I remember going to Kennywood when I lived in Ohio,
Uh
and
huh.
I'd run into somebody up there, and it was like kind of like, what the heck, So thank God I wasn't doing something I shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see. Sandra says we stay home on New Year's Eve.
on New Year's Day, we make pork sauerkraut and mashed potatoes, and I
Ooh,
take it to my chosen sister's house, and we spend time
now
together.
that's a good way to do it, Sandra. And that's a good thing too that she just brought up about her chosen sister,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what we've talked about too. A lot of people, have trouble with having family because of, being gay and being who you are and
Right,
being
and on TikTok
yourself.
this morning, somebody even brought out and said, I'm afraid to come out because I'm afraid of people, pointing me out and then embarrassing me.
Right.
And that's what we're saying, surround yourself with friends and family who love you and support you and respect you and have that, have that
Common.
environment. And
Right.
then if anybody is stupid enough to call you out, it doesn't matter anymore because you're already secure in who you are. And you've
Right.
already got all the love and respect
As
that
long
you
as you're
want.
surrounding yourself around like-minded, happy people that
Right.
make you feel good about who you are. Don't put yourself in a bad situation where you're going to worry
Yeah.
about that kind of stuff. Um,
Yeah.
and
So,
when she was saying about chosen sister, what I
mm-hmm,
was saying there is, and I've said it before, is it's important that we build our own family and our own
mm-hmm.
community, so that you know that the people that you're inviting to your house, excuse me, or the people that you're going to their house are people that love you and accept you.
And you can
So
have fun with and be yourself
right,
with, and they can be themselves, and we
that's
have
right,
fun.
because you don't want to be
Mm-hmm.
nowhere where you gotta pretend to be somebody else. I won't
Yeah.
do it. I won't, not now.
Yeah.
I'm 64 now.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, da, da, da.
And I am not going to go anywhere and pretend I am anybody else except for who I am.
Mrs. Rainbow Granny.
That's it.
Married to
And
Mrs. Rainbow
that's
Granny.
it. And if you don't like it, you better go somewhere else, because it's just the way it is. I only worried, like, I was always worried about two people
Mm-hmm.
as time went on, that I was so concerned and worried about them loving who I was.
Yeah.
And that was both my daughter and
Mm-hmm.
my son. And you see these neat new caps we got? My son sent these to us from Florida. So I'm not worried about it. My
No.
daughter loves us. My
Yeah.
son loves us. Her daughter. We're all good.
Hmm. Hmm.
What's his name?
Then we got more New Year's plans going on for Wesley. Says Michael and I might go out for dinner to dinner for my birthday because his birthday is on New Year's.
And Sandra
Sandra's
says, me either. I always am unapologetic
genetically me.
me. And that's it. I am who I am. And all the people that are watching here on YouTube, you will get to a point where you eventually unapologetic who you are too. Because when if you're watching this and you haven't come out, it's only because you haven't found your opportunity yet. Because that's chances are that's why you tune in and watch the
Mm-hmm.
Rainbow Grannies so that you can, figure out who you are, or you know that you have a daughter that's gay or a son
Uh-huh.
that's gay or some kind of family and you're just trying to figure it all out.
Yeah.
And it
Or you don't really get a lot of exposure to folks who are gay, and so you want to understand the community because
right,
you want to understand the world you live in.
right. You realize that, I mean, even though you see a lot of weird things on Pride time and everything. We're
Uh-huh.
not all like that, Yeah, we are a little weird, that's for
Hmm.
sure. I like being weird. I am who I am, but I mean, we're just ordinary people, just like you are. We're Rainbow Grannies. We drink coffee every morning. I love Dunkin' Donuts. I think I love that lasagna we had this week. That was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
We're just basically just like you. I like onions on my hot dogs.
What about hot
I like
dogs?
onions on my
You
hot
like onions
dogs.
on your hot dogs? Yeah, a
What
lot of
about
people do.
you?
I don't because I don't like raw onions.
Yeah, see, that's because a lot of people
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
That's what makes us just like everybody else. But guess what? I love Judy and she loves me,
Mwah.
and we are who we are.
So I remember a long, 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 long time ago, and my mom was watching the news, and they were showing, you know, the wildest people out for gay pride or something like this, like the fringes, but just the ridiculous fringes, and saying, "Do you want these people teaching your children?" And my mom looked at me and said, "So straight, I wouldn't want them teaching my children
Yeah,
either. They were
right.
just
Too weird.
they were like too outlandish. I mean, they so um yeah, so let's see. Onion and bacon wrapped. We're talking about
On a hot
New
dog?
Year's. Talking about. I thought we were talking about some of the
Well, anyway,
New
Sandra
Year's
says she puts her
traditioning.
pants on one leg at a time, too.
Yeah, yeah. I try to do both at the same time because I'm in a
Oh,
hurry
always fall
and I
down.
fall.
She keep banging her face off the. I'll be sitting there and I like, bam, bam, bam. I'm like, Judy, what are you doing? She's like, put my
I'm in a
pants on.
hurry. I gotta hurry and put my pants on.
Both
I gotta
legs
get
at a
out the
time.
door.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I had to get
Hmm.
her an ice pack because her nose swells up really, really big.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like that.
No,
And Wesley, I love Michael and he loved me.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah,
Yes.
I am who I am.
So let's see. Well, we've only been on a little bit over half hour, but
But we do got parties and things to still get that ready for because
yeah, we
we
got
do have
stuff,
a lot of
and we're
family in
coming back
town.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow. Anything else in the chat right now? Anything else anybody else wants to talk about? I know you should see her with an ice pack on her because if I didn't, but can't imagine how bad this could be. You know, anything else anybody want to talk about that's in the chat there so that we can cover it before we go? Because otherwise, we'll be back live tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Time on YouTube. We do TikTok at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Both of our shows are called Coffee with the Rainbow Grannies. We love doing this. So also, I want to put the word out there. The Today Show. You can't think of nobody. We are funnier than Kathy Lee and anybody else that could pop. Hello. Here, wait. Hello. You know, we need to be on the
Wait a
Today
minute.
Show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So late, but caught a little of you today. Hey, Destin, good to see you.
So,
Something was
all
wrong with.
right.
Something was wrong with your YouTube. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why the chat wasn't rolling. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but that what, Chrissy, that gives you an opportunity to watch the replay.
We go
Grannies from the
Grannies from the
Hood, Ain't that the truth? Go ahead, flip around.
We go flip all the way around now. I think she's got to educate me.
We're the Rainbow Grannies from the hood.
Yeah. See, if we didn't have our glasses on, we wouldn't look like grannies. But with our glasses on, we look like grannies.
Do I look mean?
Well, you look like you're floating. You wouldn't look
Oh,
mean.
okay.
You gotta do a different look.
Does that look mean?
That looks like you're in trouble with granny.
Hey, where's Jared? You know how he feels about my eyebrows.
What about your eyebrows?
They can get me anything I want.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yes, he just couldn't comment. Oh, okay. Yeah, we did notice that the chat wasn't moving. You know, so I don't know. We didn't know if everybody was just like sleeping. Well, maybe that was like, you know how I'm going to do those.
You're gonna do those reviews with a movie review with the two eyes closed, one eye open, two eyes open.
Yeah. So
the color purple is two eyes open. Boys in the Boat is two eyes open. And Leave the World Behind on Netflix because Edie saw it twice. Two eyes open. So that might be four eyes open.
Two eyes open. Yep.
2 eyes open and an encore.
Yes. Yeah. That was good. Hey, I want to thank you all for hanging out with us and everything. We will be back tomorrow. We'll see you later. Anybody want to comment on anything? Because this is it. We're out. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.